Hello, it's Mindy again. I'm the Education Director here at the ENC, and I'm here today on this beautiful day to take care of our animals. And I've brought back one of our animal ambassadors. As you might recall from previous videos, this is Fernanda, the California king snake, and I brought her back because I wanted to answer one of the most commonly asked questions that we get about snakes. And that question is, how do snakes go to the bathroom? And you might kind of giggle at this question, but I actually think that when kids ask this question, it's a great question. It reflects upon a student's ability to look at bigger biological processes and think about how they apply to different taxonomic groups. So I'm going to answer that question for you right now. Snakes go to the bathroom through an opening in their body called a cloaca. A cloaca is usually a small opening in any kind of reptile, so that means not just Fernanda, the king snake, but all snakes, turtles, tortoises, alligators, crocodiles, tuataras, you name it. Any kind of reptile uses a cloaca, and also amphibians and birds. And there's even some types of fish, like sharks, that have a cloaca. I'm going to show you where on her body the cloaca is located so you can kind of get a feel for her anatomy. So here's her head right here, and then as I go towards her tail end, this little opening is right near the base of her tail. You can't actually see it because it's covered with scales, but you can kind of see where one of the scales looks a little different from the other scales. It's in between where my thumb and forefinger are, and underneath that scale is her cloaca. So this is the hole through which she goes to the bathroom, and it's also the hole through which she would lay eggs if she were ever to lay eggs. One of the interesting things about animals with cloacas is that you often can't tell the difference between a male and a female just by looking at them. At least I know that's true for most species of snakes. Some animals have something called sexual dimorphism, and that term in science means when boy animals and girl animals, or males and females, look physically different from one another. So a great example is peafowl. So if you've ever seen a peacock, I'm sure you have, the male is called a peacock, and the male is what we usually think of when we think of a peacock. It has those bright, brilliant feathers that they like to fan open in a brilliant display. And you may not have ever thought about it, but what you might not know is that the female version of peafowl, a peahen, doesn't have those same brilliant feathers. They're actually kind of a dull, drab, brownish color. And those differences between the male and the female, that's a perfect example of what I mean when I say sexual dimorphism. Snakes don't have that sexual dimorphism. Male snakes and female snakes look pretty much exactly alike, and there's no way you can tell them apart by looking, with one exception. When snakes are pregnant, and we have another science word for that, when reptiles and amphibians are pregnant, we say they're gravid, they're full of eggs. So if she were to be full of eggs, gravid, there might be one way you could tell the difference between her and a male snake, and that would be that all of the eggs inside her body would kind of start to fill up towards the base of her tail, and that would make her tail kind of wider, right around where her cloaca is. So if you were holding a female snake that's gravid up to a male snake, there might be that one subtle difference that the female might have a wider tail. But other than that, they look exactly alike. Pretty weird. Well, that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching our videos every day at our YouTube channel. The Environmental Nature Center provides a tremendous service for our community: free public access to nature, environmental education, and a sanctuary for our community to escape from life's pressures. The ENC depends on income from programs to fund our operations and pay staff. The recent school shutdowns will result in considerable loss of income for the ENC. Please consider becoming an ENC member or making a donation. Any amount helps. To donate, please visit encenter.org. Thanks. Bye.